Beneath the bustling streets of Cincinnati, Ohio, lies something almost unbelievable. A forgotten world, dark tunnels that stretch for miles, platforms where no train ever stopped, and tracks that were carefully laid down, yet never carried a single passenger. This isn't science fiction. This is real. It is the story of a dream that collapsed into silence. The Cincinnati subway, a project that promised to transform a city, but instead became America's largest abandoned subway system. And today, we're going to journey underground into its shadows. The story begins in the early 1900s. Cincinnati was alive with ambition. Its streets were growing louder, busier, and more dangerous. Horse-drawn wagons tangled with the earliest automobiles, while streetcars rattled past storefronts. Traffic was choking the city. Cincinnati's leaders dreamed of something greater, an underground railway that would solve the chaos. Imagine it, sleek tunnels carrying thousands of passengers a day, moving swiftly beneath the noise of the streets. A marvel of modern engineering that would rival New York's subway. Newspapers hailed it as the dawn of a new era. Architects sketched elegant blueprints. Politicians made bold promises. Cincinnati will become a model American city. The people believed them. And in 1920, construction began. Crews worked day and night. Men in heavy coats and flat caps hauled earth with shovels. Giant machines bored through bedrock. The roar of engines and the hammering of drills echoed beneath the streets. Brick-lined tunnels began to take shape. Platforms were built with care, arches curving overhead, ready to welcome the first passengers. There was excitement in the air. This was not just a project, it was a symbol of progress. By the mid-1920s, nearly 2 miles of subway tunnels had been carved beneath Cincinnati. The city seemed to be on the edge of something incredible. But then, the cracks began to show. It started slowly. Budgets swelled beyond control. Politicians argued over costs. Construction companies, some with suspicious ties to city officials, were accused of overcharging and cutting corners. Then came the Great Depression. Money dried up. Citizens who once cheered the project began to question it. Was the subway really worth it? City leaders hesitated. They delayed. They fought among themselves. And as the arguments dragged on, the tunnels below grew silent. By 1929, construction ground to a halt. The dream of Cincinnati's subway collapsed. Above ground, life moved on. Cars took over the city. Highways expanded. New buildings rose where old ones had stood. But beneath it all, the subway remained. Silent, forgotten. The tunnels stretched for miles. Dark, dripping, and empty. Water seeped through the concrete. Rust ate away at the rails. Dust settled thick on the platforms where no train would ever arrive. Most citizens didn't even know the tunnels were there. It became Cincinnati's buried secret. In time, whispers began to spread. Stories of a ghost subway running beneath the city. Urban explorers risked sneaking inside, flashlights flickering across endless brick walls and rusted steel. Some claimed the tunnels were haunted. Others said the city used them as Cold War shelters, or even storage for secret experiments. The truth? Most of the tunnels were simply empty, monuments to an ambition that died too soon. But still, they fascinated anyone who stumbled upon them. Even today, you can sometimes find tours that take small groups into the forgotten subway. And when you stand in that dark silence, the air heavy and damp, you can almost feel the weight of history pressing in. You can almost hear the echo of trains that never came. The Cincinnati subway remains the largest abandoned subway system in the United States. It is a reminder of how quickly great dreams can fail, of how ambition, greed, and bad timing can bury even the boldest visions. Think about it. The city spent millions. Thousands of workers toiled underground. Entire tunnels, platforms, and tracks were built. And yet, not a single passenger ever rode a train there. It is one of America's greatest what-ifs. What if the subway had been completed? Would Cincinnati today be a rival to Chicago or New York? Or was the project doomed from the very beginning? We may never know. But next time you walk the busy streets of Cincinnati, remember, just below your feet lies a ghost subway, a silent monument to ambition and failure. And ask yourself this: would you dare to step inside? If you enjoyed this journey into forgotten history, make sure to subscribe to Shadows of History. There are many more lost stories waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, remember, history is never truly gone.